In today's product review, we are going to discuss a couple of brands of gel pens. What I have here is a 36 color set from Art Planet, and these were provided to me to do a review with. And then I have another set that I purchased from Office Depot. It's their gel pen carousel set. And it has a nice little carousel system here where you can get your pens out of, and it fits on your desk kind of nice. I like this concept. It's not very good for shoving in your bag though. For a desktop application, it's awesome. This one also contains 36 colors. And in my book, let me find the correct page. Somewhere in here. Gel pen. Okay, and one thing else I have done is added a couple of tabs to, because this is all cardstock paper, but we need to have sections for the individual items. So I now have these little tabs. So that's my markers. And then here's our gel pen section. So we're just going to do a general, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, black kind of thing. And that might be a little bit difficult because they do have several types of pen, including metallic and glitter. So whichever one we grab will be what happens. Now I've already gone through with the Art Planet and Office Depot and done my little swatch pages for the entire line of colors. One thing that I did encounter when I was doing these pen colorings was the silver of the Art Planet did not want to cooperate with me on the paper. As you can see right here, as I was trying to get the colors scribbled out, it would not come out of the pen really well, and I don't know if maybe my finger had smudged there or what, but I did not experience that problem with any of the other colors they had, and none of the Office Depot colors had that issue either. So I don't know if the ink in that particular pen is just problematic or what. So we'll see what happens as time progresses using it. There is a secondary silver type pen within the set, which I do believe is more of a glitter silver rather than the metallic silver. So you're going to get a little bit different look, but it's still going to give you that pop of silver if you're using those. Alright, so over to the chart we go. Now, as I said before, the Office Depot set comes in this little carousel, which is great for your desk, but not good for shoving in your bag really. The Art Planet has this lovely case with the double stack and the snapping enclosure, and you can fold back and access your colors. Both of them come with some neon type colors. Here is a pink neon from Art Planet and a pink neon from Office Depot. Now if you look at the pens side by side, they look almost exactly the same. They have same kind of grippy. They're about the same length. The caps are approximately the same length, and they have the same kind of design on them. And the clip's the same. Office Depot obviously has their logo here. And one of them, Office Depot, is just a tiny bit longer and has a little bit different end, whereas the Art Planet is a rounded end, Office Depot is a flat. So they had a similar idea on design plan there. Oh, one other thing I've noticed. Both of them also have the rubber tip gasket. I'm not sure what else to call it. It's inside the lid of the pen. It's down in there. You can just barely see it. It's kind of a light, not, like a white little circular thing inside there. That's a rubbery kind of thing. So when you put your pen into the cap, it pushes into it, and it helps keep the ballpoint portion fresh and won't let it dry out. So I like that feature that they both have. Alright, so let's get to doing our booklet. We have the Office Depot set, 36 count, and then we have Art Planet. So let's see, for red, we'll go over here. One other thing I noticed on some of these pens, and I'll have to verify if Office Depot is the same way, but with Art Planet, this is a metallic, and this is a regular ink. The set itself contains more than one size ballpoint. So if you can tell, I'm not sure how well you could tell, the metallic tip is bigger than the, quote, regular gel pen in red. So you're getting like probably a 0.7 and a 0.5 within the set. So we will start with the Art Planet Red. And we're just going to do a bit of color in there. This works really nice on this cardstock, very smooth, not having any skipping issues. Let's see, we have an orange neon. It's a very nice color. And let's also test the orange metallic, since they have one. I'm wondering if the little bit bigger nib on the metallics is because of the ink type. If it was smaller point, then the ink wouldn't be able to flow out properly because of whatever properties are in the metallic inks. Let me zoom in on those colors for you. Next we have yellow. Now we have a neon and a pale yellow. So here's the neon. It's a very good neon color. A little bit of skippage there on this cardstock. Pretty decent though. And then there's this kind of a pale pastel yellow. Now that one doesn't want a color on there for some reason. Keep working with it, you can get it to go. I've noticed that with a lot of gel pens, that as you're going along they will tend to decide not to work anymore, and you have to just keep going and get the ink to flow back down again. Alright, next we have green. We don't have a, quote, regular green. We have a neon. I think it's supposed to be a neon green. Yeah, it's kind of neon. So there's that one. And then there's a darker green, and that's really nice. And then we'll throw this metallic one in on there. I don't know if it matters if you hold it straight up and down as opposed to at an angle, what might work better for the flow of the ink. Onto blue. I think this one's supposed to be kind of a neon blue. This one writes really smooth and awesome. I find that interesting that certain colors are a lot more, they flow out of the pen better than others. Wow, this blue is amazing. Great coverage, feels really awesome as you color with it. And then we have purple. Feels really good too. And let's see what else. Black. We have two blacks in here, so I'll show them both. This is a regular black. This one flows really awesome, just like that blue one. So it'd be great when you're doing your line work. If you're going around the edges of things, it'd be really nice. And then we also are given a sparkle black. Now, one thing, if you have these pens out of their packaging, you could tell which ones they are, because the sparkle type pens have been given these little flecks in the plastic, so you know that it's the sparkle pen. And the metallic ones, let me see, I've got two colors that are actually similar to each other. This is a regular color, if you can get this to focus, a regular kind of cap. And then the metallic cap, you can actually see that there's a bit of metallic look to the cap itself. And then there's the glitter sparkle pen. So that's the three styles of ink that are in this package. Alright, so the sparkle black. there's regular black, by the way. Sorry, I was out of frame. Here's the sparkle black. This one writes really nice as well. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that that's a sparkle. Oh, that's kind of awesome. See how it's got the bit of glitter in the ink there? So that'd be super awesome for accents on your coloring pages. Now we're going to go back over to the red again and start with the Office Depot set. And red is really nice. A little bit different kind of red. You can see a slight change in the color. No big deal. And then Office Depot has 3 kinds of orange. It's a kind of a neon, a little bit of a sparkle one, and then a pale orange, but they don't have what I would consider a regular orange. So we'll do the neon orange. And they're also having a little bit of a skippy factor with that. So like I said, I think several of the brands have that same issue. I'm going to go with the sparkle for this one because I don't have a metallic orange with the Office Depot set. Next color is yellow, and they have 2 kinds of yellow here in the Office Depot set. We have like a pale pastel version and then another one that is probably supposed to be kind of like a neon, so we'll see how that one is. That's got a good neon kind of color to it. And we'll just do this other one real quick for the similar. Very, very, very similar. I'm not sure if you could even notice a difference. Very slight difference in color there. Alright, on to green. We have quite a few greens to choose from. So let's do this kind of a normal kind of green. One thing you will have to remember about gel pens is that they don't dry very fast, so as you're doing your work, you shouldn't smear your hand through them or you're going to make a mess out of your stuff. Alright, and we also have a metallic green within the Office Depot set. So there's that one. And let's see, do we have a sparkle green? Yeah, we have one. Kind of a glitter green here. Alright, on to blue. We have a regular blue pen. That writes just as nice like the other one. And then we have a sparkle blue pen. It's the same color, I believe. Yep. A little bit different color. That's okay. Pretty cool. They're all writing pretty nice. Other than that silver one in that one set. All the pens are performing well. So let's see. Here's a sparkle purple for Office Depot. And then we have kind of a regular purple here. That's a nice color. Let's see, let's find another purple for this set to show. Do like a metallic. There we go. And then black. And let's see, Office Depot has a type of glitter black as well. It shows gray on their cap, but we shall see. So here's the regular black. This one doesn't seem to want to write as nice as the Art Planet black one was. A little bit skippy. And then this is their glitter one. Now that one works much better than the regular. So as you can see, these colors are very, very similar. I don't think that you would even notice a difference using them in your art applications. And just for argument's purposes, I will show you what I was talking about with the silver. We'll see if it does it on here for us. So here's the Office Depot silver. Let me get to the edge of the page there so you can see. So Office Depot silver Alright, that one's writing nicely. And now we have the Art Planet Silver. And as you can see, it's not coming out properly. So I usually do this little shake thing to see if the ink has a bubble in it. Yeah, see, it's the silver is not working the way you would want. And I do find that annoying because I like to use silver quite a bit. So that is a down portion. Now the gold, see, the gold works fine, but the silver is all skippy and weird. So let me show you a close-up of that silver issue. You can see it's not, see this is the Office Depot silver, and then that's the Art Planet silver. So I'm not sure what the problem is with the pen or the ink itself, but silver is not working for me on that one. Alright, let's see what they do on marker paper. I'm not going to do all of these in a specific test like I did on the other ones, but we're going to do a smear test for these. So let's say smear test. Alright, we're going to use black on both of them. And we're going to see how long it takes for the ink to be dry on this particular paper. So give it a few seconds there. I'm just going to kind of look at the ink on the paper. It's the Office Depot one I started first, of course, but it does seem to be drying quicker than the Art Planet. So obviously it's still wet. I can smear it, but that one's considerably more wet and smears more. So with the Art Planet pens, you're going to need to wait a little bit longer if you were using marker paper, I'm saying. Let's do a little quick test back here on this other paper in our black section. See how it works. We got Office Depot, and a couple seconds later Art Planet. Let that sit there for just a sec. Sorry, you can't see where I wrote. Yeah, I can see the Office Depot one has already soaked into the paper and dried, and the Art Planet one is still trying to dry, and there's only 2 seconds apart roughly between applications, so you're definitely going to have to wait longer on the Art Planet for it to dry on cardstock. And that's, most coloring books are very similar to cardstock paper or copy paper, regular typewriter paper. So that's something to take into consideration as you're using them. Just remember that it will take longer. Alright, so coloring pages back here. Now I don't want to use the super fine point type pages for these because that might be obnoxious. So we have this nice little doodad here, part of a mandala that I have cut apart, and I've got it into sections for the different companies. So let's do a little coloring. You can see how they look. Alright, let's see, what color shall we use? Let's do this nice kind of metallic red here from Art Planet on this heart. Now I've noticed that when I'm using gel pens, if I go in a circular kind of coloring motion, that I get less skippy gap type things. I don't know if that's a suggested technique, but for me it works better to do like this than just a straight, you know, like that. Alright, so there's that. Now, one thing you will notice on most gel pens is that they don't bleed through most coloring book pages. You can see some shadowing here, but that has not bled through the paper. Alright, let's find a nice red within the Office Depot. I don't know if I have a metallic red through them, but I do have a glitter red. Let's just use the glitter. And we will do that. Let me mark that this was an Art Planet section here. Alright, that way we can keep our sections straight. So there we have a metallic and a glitter next to each other. And as you can see, the glitter version of the Office Depot pen is actually creating more shadow. It's verging on being bleed through. It's got a little bit of bleed through trying to come through. This paper is pretty much a little bit heavier than copy paper, what you'd use in your printer in your home. So as a coloring quality paper, this is not the highest. I do have several other coloring books that have a higher weight of paper, and bleed through on these would be probably significantly less. So, alright, what other one should we do? How about a pop of nice blue in there? Here's a nice light blue from Office Depot. Let's check one thing real quick. We have a bigger nib on that one than... Yes, the Office Depot has done the same thing with their tips. Certain kinds of ink have a... I don't know if you can get that to focus properly there. Certain inks, the ballpoint is bigger. The one on the right is black, and it's considerably smaller than the one on the left. So I'm thinking it's just dependent upon what type of ink has to be used for that particular color or metallic or glitter property as to whether or not it can go through that ball tip well. Alright, and then there's a similar blue in the Art Planet set. Okay, now this one's doing that same skippy stuff that the silver one was doing. And I know I haven't touched the tip. I just did my little shake technique where you're going to hold it in your hand and you're going to shake it in a downward motion like this, where it encourages the ink to go to the tip. Sometimes these things get banged up in shipping and bubbles get created, and that might be a reason for why your ink seems to be wanting to stop up on you. And usually a little shake like that encourages the ink to flow again. But like I said before, on that silver one, it just wasn't going to do it. So there we go, a couple of colors. The coverage is really good. And overall, they're very nice pens for both of them. So I got my Office Depot ones on clearance. So I'm not quite sure what they cost regular, and but I will find them online and link them in the description below, so you can see their costs and a place to purchase them from. So I hope this has been informative for you on these two gel pens. I do have a couple more brands that I will be reviewing in a future video. So thanks for watching. If you're not already a subscriber, please click that subscribe button down below to see future reviews and artwork from me. Please feel free to comment and ask questions if you have anything else you want to ask about these particular pens. I will do my best to answer or find an answer for you. And you follow me on my other social media in the links below. And have a great day. Thanks. Bye.